Let's talk mic control, and more specifically, we're going to talk about the mic control features that are in VoiceLive Play and VoiceLive Play GTX. Now, as you may have heard, we recently teamed up with Sennheiser to put mic control into their E835 mic. So what's come out is the E835 FX, and as you can see here, it's got the mic control button right here on the mic, pretty much in the same place that it is on the MP75 mic that we make. Both of them are really, really cool mics that work really well in tons of different situations. So once you've made your choice, and you've got your VoiceLive Play or GTX, and you've got your E835 FX or your MP75, you're going to want to control your product with mic control. The first thing we're going to do is set up the unit itself to use mic control. We're going to go into the setup menu. So just push setup there, and we're going to want to navigate to the input screen. And you'll notice it's set to dynamic mic. So we're going to use the control knob here. We're going to go past condenser mic. That's not the one we're looking for. We're going to go to E835 FX. The other thing you're going to notice is as we turn it to E835 FX, mic control right next to it here is going to change to hit. What that means is when I press the button on the mic, hit turns on. When I press the button again, hit turns off. It's exactly the same as actually physically pressing the button on the device, which is really cool because you can get up, you can get away from the unit, boom, you just press the button and it comes on and off. The next function is just an expansion on hit. So we're going to select it here, hit plus talk. So what does that mean? Well, now it actually exactly replicates the hit button, because you can see under here it says hold for talk under the hit button. That means that if you press the button just on and off, it's a toggle, hit comes on, hit comes off. But if you press and hold the button, the hit light starts flashing, and what that's saying to you is all the effects are bypassed. It's now in talk mode. Talk means I want to talk to the audience. I want to talk to them without sounding like I have a bunch of harmonies or have a megaphone or otherwise sound kind of silly. So we're on just the first preset here. I've got hit on,
and now I've got a harmony on my voice.
Right? Well, obviously you don't want to say,
"Thanks so much for coming to our show. It's really great to see you all here. Everybody buy beer." So instead of the harmonies and stuff being on,
press and hold, goes into talk mode.
Now I have just my voice. Straight up, unadulterated voice going straight through.
It will preserve tone, because obviously if you're using the tone feature in the setup menu that makes the mic sound so great, you don't necessarily want that all to go away. You don't want the tone and the timbre of your voice to change. You just want the effects to go away. Next up, we've got preset up. So what that's going to do is when you press the button, it's going to cycle to the next preset in the list. Literally, it works exactly the way it sounds like it should work. Boom, push the button, and the preset changes. And I've moved to Kanye Lockdown. And if I click it quickly, go right through. Boom, 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 through all of these different ones. So
now I'm on Cyborg and it sounds really crazy.
I tend to make several presets for a song. I'll make the intro, the verse, the chorus, any of that kind of stuff, and I'll actually have presets that are arranged. There could be 7 or 8 presets in one song, and I skip through them one after the other, and it actually makes the performance quite simple. You could literally do your entire song with one push of the button as you go through. So you're coming up out of the chorus, you push the button and it goes to verse 2 preset. You go to halfway through verse 2 and there's some other effect you want to add on, you push it again and it's verse 2B preset. Now, of course, that takes some time to set up ahead of time, but it's really actually kind of a neat and valuable way to use these units to make it super simple for you in actual practice on stage. You're rocking around, you're running around, and you're just having to remember, push the button, next part of the song. Push the button, next part of the song, and everything vocally is happening for you. It's super, super handy. The last function that you can control with these mics is loop. I'm going to press the button, and it's going to record. I press it again,
and it's going to record,
and it starts playing back.
And it's going to record.
If I double press it,
it's going to record.
It stops. If I press and hold it, it clears. One of the caveats that comes along with a one-button looper, and it's common to every one-button looper, is that you may find, like if I started doing a loop and I just went, so now I've got my loop running, right? And I say, cool, I don't like that loop. I want to stop it. I double tap, and it stops. If I single tap, it plays again. Really cool. So if you're running around the stage, you can start your loop wherever you want, which is so slick for your audience. Like they don't have any idea what's going on, and all of a sudden your loop just comes out of nowhere. It sounds super cool. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to erase this loop now, and you'll notice something. Here we go. I'm going to press and hold to erase. See that little, for lack of a better word, burp It's common to every one-button looper, and I just wanted you to be aware of that. That's the slight caveat of using a one-button looper. It has to register that I've pressed the button once in order for it to register that I'm holding the button. So that's why you're going to get a little tiny burp as you're erasing the loop. It's just a limitation of the one button, but I didn't want you to be surprised when you hear it happen and think there was something wrong, because it's actually the way it's supposed to work. So there you have it. There's so many cool things that you can do with mic control, and it really frees you up to move around the stage. And from your audience's perspective, you're not standing near a box and pushing a button with your feet or using your hands. The effects are just kind of magically coming and going, and I think that really adds a new level of dynamic to the performance.